Okay. So Saima has joined. Abir has joined. How many students has joined? Saima and Abir only. Okay. So today we're going to start the test. Okay, let's start. So here the first question on your screen. Yes. How many students are there? Only 2 students. Abir was there. Where is she? Okay, so please turn on your camera. Shaima and Sweta, turn on your camera. Today's
Sir,
a
there was a test today.
yes.
Sir, you didn't say that last week.
Yeah, I told you. Shweta, no.
No, no.
Yeah, today was a test. I have informed in the previous class also that in the next class
So
we'll have the test up to plants reproduction chapter.
on Tuesday you said there is chemistry test. You didn't say about biology.
Everyone know about the test. Shweta, do I say in the class or not? Are you there, Shweta? Shweta, are you there in the
Yes, sir.
class?
Yes, sir.
Do I inform in the class about the test?
No, sir. No,
Hmm?
no, sir.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. A little bit before when Saima has not joined, I asked you that today is a test.
Yes, sir. I don't actually remember the exact thing, but I think you said, but maybe I don't
Okay, let's know how much you have remembered. Let me find out this one. Okay. So wait a minute. So tell me which one is the correct. Mention the common mode of reproduction found in amoeba and planaria. Shweta and Saima.
But
Answer.
multiple fission in amoeba,
Yes. Multiple fusion in amoeba and in planaria.
fragmentation,
know.
Yes, you Saima.
Binary fission in amoeba,
What are you saying? Speak a little bit louder.
binary fission in amoeba,
Binary fusion in amoeba and in
amoeba,
planaria.
fragmentation.
Fragmentation. You are not turning your camera on. How can I recognize whether you are giving me the answer honestly, or are you having your notes in front of you? You, Saima, turn on your camera.
sir, just a minute.
So you're saying, so in planaria, we have fragmentation. Hmm? Shweta?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Shwet. Turn on your camera. Okay. So the next type of question that is being asked here, that is what state that type of method used in growing jasmine plants
Vegetative propagation,
and the type of vegetative propagation.
layering,
Hmm? Speak a little bit louder.
layering.
Layering. Okay. Yes, you Shweb and Saima, please turn on your camera. Are you there in the class?
Yes, sir.
Turn on your camera.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir.
In each of the following pairs, which comes at the next to the other pairs. So you have to write the pair, okay?
Okay, Shweta.
And the pair in the P is like a forward.
Abhi, turn on your camera. First of all, everybody turn on your camera. The test is going on. So how can I take the test without having a camera on? Abir and Shweb. Abir, are you there? Are you there in the class, Abir? Okay, those students who are taking, I will take the as an absent for you. Those who are not turning their camera on, I'm not going to ask any question from them, and moreover, I will mark as an absent in the class. Okay. Yes, you, Saima. What is cross pollination? What is cross
Sir, it's the
pollination?
type of pollination in which the pollen grains from one plant is transferred to the other plant.
Okay. And Shweta, what is the difference between cross pollination and self pollination? What is the
Cross
difference between
pollination.
cross
Cross
pollination and
pollination is
yes.
the crossing between two different plants of
Process done
different
in?
species. Different
You are speaking
species.
very slowly. Let me plug in the headphone. Wait a minute. Speaking very slowly. Yes, speak something, Saima. Yes. Yes, now you are audible.
Cross pollination is the crossing between two different plants.
Okay.
And self pollination is crossing between flowers of same plant.
Same plants.
Same plants, different flower.
Same plant or different flowers. Okay. So yeah, it can be of two types. One is the gytogamy and another one is the autogamy. If there's the same flower, means same, this is a bisexual flower in which the pollen grains of the same flower is being transferred to the stigma of the same flower, then it is called autogamy. Another one is if this is the same flower, sorry, same plant but different flower. One flower is male, other one is female, but both are of same plant. They are not different plants. So if the pollen grain from the male is transferred to the female flower, then we considered it is also a type of self pollination, but it is the type we called it gytenogamy. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, Saima. Next question. You both, those Tejasvi, turn on your camera.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Saima, tell me, those students who are not turning their camera on, they will not be considered, they are not participating in the test. Abir, are you there in the class?
Yes, sir.
So please turn on your camera. And Shweb, you were saying 1 minute. 1 minute is over.
I'm connecting my camera. Wait, sir.
Okay. Next is Tejasvi. Tejasvi, what is vegetative? What is vegetative propagation? What is vegetative propagation? Have you prepared for the test?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, actually, I was preparing for my math exam coming up.
Okay. So I told you in the previous class that I'm going to take the test of reproduction up to reproduction.
Sir, actually, in previous class, I was absent. I wasn't able to attend.
Okay. So here's a question for you. What is vegetative propagation and what are the advantages? No, don't know. Yes, Abir, can you tell me what is vegetative propagation?
So vegetative propagation is the reproduction, asexual form of reproduction through the vegetative parts of a plant, which are leaves, stem, and root.
Okay. And what are the advantages of practicing it?
Advantage is the plants which use this form of reproduction bear more uh, bear new individuals quickly.
The advantages of them is of vegetative propagation is that we can simply say that in those plants which are grown by vegetative methods of reproduction, in because in vegetative method, or we can say that vegetative method is an asexual method of reproduction in which a single parent is involved. No two different parent is being involved here. Okay. So since no two parents are involved, so we can say the plant obtained or the new plant obtained is of the same characteristics. Okay. So same characteristics plants can be obtained. First is this. The second is that it is a faster method of growing new plants. Okay. It is the fastest method of growing new plants. We can grow plants at faster rate. Okay. Third one is that in some plants which do not bear seeds, like seedless grapes, sugar cane. Okay, so this is a predominantly methods, means we can grow these plants by using only vegetative methods of propagation. Okay, so we know that there are two advantages, that the seedless plants can be grown by this method, and first advantage is that the same characteristics plants can be obtained, and is a faster method of reproduction. Okay, okay, got it.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm going to give you. Okay. Next, Shweta, here's a question for you. That what is binary fusion? What is binary fusion?
Binary fission is the
You are muted, Shweta.
sir. Binary fission is sexual reproduction in
Asexual method of reproduction only in amoeba. Okay, Saima, what is binary fusion?
It is an asexual method of reproduction in which one parent divides into two daughter cells.
Okay, is it an asexual method or asexual method of reproduction?
Asexual method.
Give two examples, the type of animals that grow by this method.
Amoeba and
Amoeba and yes, Tejasvi. Give two examples for those organisms that grow with asexual method of reproduction. Sorry, by binary fission. Amoeba and
yeast.
amoeba and okay, Ashweb, you know the answer?
Sir, paramecium.
Yes, amoeba and paramecium grow by this method. Okay. Yes. Yes, Abhi, what is regeneration? What is regeneration?
In organisms like Plasmodium, in organisms like Planaria, when the body of the organism is cut into pieces, it can regenerate to form new individuals.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Tejasvi. State a reason why more complex organism cannot grow by cannot give rise to new individual through this method. Means why the more complex organism like human being cannot grow by this method. Don't know. Yes, Shweb, your answer.
I also don't know, sir.
You also don't know. Yes, Saima, you know why more complex organism cannot reproduce by this method?
Because complex organisms have complex organs which cannot easily regenerated.
Yes, Shweta, your answer.
Sir, the body is complicated, they're complex organism, and they don't have specific cells to carry the regeneration process.
Yes, you, Abhi, what's the answer? State reason why more complex organism cannot grow.
So complex organisms have specialized cell for performing different functions, and also they do not depend upon being cut into pieces for reproduction or for regeneration.
Yeah. Moreover, we can say that uh, in human beings, like more complex organism like human beings, every cell means a particular organs have a particular types of cell and a particular function. They don't have stem cells. Stem cells are those cells that has the capability, or we can say that that has the information of forming every organs. Now the kidney cell, the cells are being differentiated and they are start performing a particular functions. So we can simply say that the kidney cell don't know how to make the heart cell. Okay. So every cell don't have the information of making the whole body designs. Only the gamete cells have. So we can say that if we are cut into two or more pieces, then our cells cannot regenerate because they are not the stem cells. Moreover, we can say that we have vital organs plays a different part of the body, like brain, heart, and they are performing different kinds of functions. Okay, so if we cut them, so we are not able to survive without these vital organs. Okay, so more complex organism cannot reproduce by the method of regeneration. Okay, Saima, may I know that is regeneration is a type of asexual method of reproduction?
Yes,
Yes, Abhi, do you agree that regeneration is a type of asexual method of reproduction?
Yes.
You, Tejasvi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Saima?
yes, sir.
No, regeneration is a not the regeneration in NCRT it is being written that, and it is a question also being written here in NCRT that why regeneration cannot be considered as an asexual method of reproduction. Regeneration cannot be considered as an asexual method of reproduction because regeneration is a developmental process. It is a developmental process. It is not an asexual method of reproduction, natural method of reproduction. Because here the organism need to depends on other organism in order to reproduce, in order to being cut, in order to reproduce. Okay, so there is a dependency of third person. Okay, another person, another organism. So we can say that regeneration is a developmental process that is shown by that this developmental process or we can say that the ciliate platyhelminthes show remarkable property of regeneration because they are going to have very primitive or simple cells. Every cells have the information of the whole body design. So if we cut them, they can regrow. If we cut them, they can regrow. Okay. So we need to keep in mind that regeneration is not a method of asexual method of reproduction. It is written in the NCRT also that it is not an asexual method of reproduction. It is a developmental process, which is shown by, okay, got it? Understood? because no
Yes.
organism will like to prefer to being cut in order to reproduce. It is being written in the NCRT. You can check it. You can read it. Okay. So it is not an asexual method of reproduction. Okay. The next question is right disadvantage of asexual method of reproduction. So yes, Saima. Yes, Shweb, first tell me what are the disadvantage of asexual method of reproduction?
Um, yeah, I don't know, sir.
You don't know. Okay. Yes, you, Saima. What are the disadvantage of asexual method of reproduction? Don't know. Yes, Tejasvi. Disadvantage. Don't know. Saima. Saima. Sorry,
Yes.
Shweta. What are the disadvantage of asexual method of reproduction?
Diversity is limited.
Diversity is limited. Okay, yes, Abhi.
Population is difficult to control the population of the
Sir, there is
species.
no variation. The organisms are completely identical since there is only one parent. So with there will be no variation, and variation is important for stable population of species.
Yes, yeah, it is correct. And you also, Saima, but the word you are using diversity, it is also correct. The meaning is same, but try to use word as variation, okay, instead of diversity, okay? But meaning is same. So we can say that if the organism are produced by asexual method of reproduction, then they are exact copy of their parents, almost the same copy of their parents, and the variation is very, very less. So if the variation is very, very less, so what does it mean? The chances of survival will be less. Okay, chances of survival will be less, and if the variation is less, chances of survival will be less. So this is the disadvantage. Okay, so those organisms that grow with or that reproduce with asexual method of reproduction, they have very short lifespan, or they if they are means they generally are endangered. We can say that they have very short lifespan. They don't have much lifespan because they are not varied. Okay, got it. Okay, how, when, and how does multiple
Sir,
fusion? Yes.
for question number 8, when you asked for example for binary fission, plasmodium will be considered under multiple fission, right? Only
Yeah,
amoeba.
amoeba and paramecium, not plasmodium.
Yes, sir.
Paramecium. Paramecium. Plasmodium is multiple fusion. Okay. Okay. Next is here's the question. Write one disadvantage of when and how does multiple fusion take place? Yes, Tejasvi, can you answer this question?
Sir, it takes like how it takes place is instead of two daughter cells, many daughter cells are produced from the parent cell.
Okay.
Mm,
Yes, Shoaib. Do you know the answer?
Yes, sir.
Do you know the answer? When and how multiple fusion take place? Do you know, Shoaib?
No,
When?
sir.
No. Maybe you don't study at home.
No, I study, sir.
So it seems that you are not studying a single, means you have not prepared anything. Still, if
Like
you are attending,
I was unaware of today's exam.
you was unaware. Okay. In the previous class, I have informed. In the next class, you know the chemistry test, metals and non-metals.
Yes, Tuesday.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget this one. Yes, Saima, will you remember this one? It will going to have the
Yes.
chemistry or oral test. Okay. Yes, Shweta. Uh, when and how multiple fissions take place?
Multiplication takes place in plasmodium. It's a sexual reproduction. Two daughter cells produce many daughter cells in the
Two,
parent cell.
two daughter cells.
No, many daughter cells are produced from the parent cell. Uh, it is it, division is more like many divisions takes place.
Okay, yes, Saima.
When an organism asexually reproduce, when one parent reproduces to divides into many two or more daughter cells, more than two daughter cells.
Okay, how does multiple fusion take place? And when does it take place? When? Yes, Abhi, do you know the answer?
So multiple fission takes place in Plasmodium. First, the nucleus divides into multiple new nucleus and creates a multi-nucleate situation in Plasmodium, and then cytoplasm accumulates around each nucleus to form multiple daughter cells.
Yes, this is the answer. And when? Under the unfavorable conditions. Okay. When there is an unfavorable conditions arises, then within the cell, the nucleus divides several times. Okay, within the cell. When unfavorable condition arises, then within the nucleus, within the cell, the nucleus divides several times. Later, each nucleus corrects some cytoplasm. Okay, and when the favorable condition arises, then these different cells means they are these are converted, or we new daughter cells. Many new daughter cells are formed. Okay, got it. So what you need to write is, under unfavorable conditions, the nucleus divides several times, and in each nucleus collects some cytoplasm and form many new cells or new daughter cells. Okay. Okay. Question number 11. Yes, Sama. Uh, what is the difference between plumule and radical? What is plumule and radical?
Limule is the future shoot and radical is the future root.
Yes, Tejasvi. What is pollination and what is it? What is pollination? What is pollination? Oh my God, Tejasvi. What you are doing here? Huh?
I'm
Shweb?
sorry, sir.
What is fertilization, Shweb? Fertilization. Shweb,
Yes, sure.
what is fertilization?
Fertilization.
Tell me instantly.
Can I say, sir?
Okay, just tell me.
The fusion of male gametes and female gametes
To form what?
to form zygote.
Yes, zygote. To form a zygote is called fertilization. Okay, here's the next question. Uh, yes, Saima, you need to answer the question. Why is vegetative propagation practiced only for growing some type of plants? Question number 12. Why is vegetative propagation practiced only growing for some type of plant? Saima, tell me. Don't know?
No,
Okay, yes, you. Shweta, your answer? Why is vegetative propagation practiced only for growing some type of plants?
It is easy and quicker to grow new plants.
Okay, yes, you, Tejasvi. Deb, the answer? Why is vegetative propagation practiced for growing some type of plants? Okay, yes, you, Abhi.
mm,
Some type of plants only. Not every plant can be grown by vegetative propagation method. Only some plants are grown. Do you know? Abhi, do you know?
No, sir.
Because in vegetative propagations, only the vegetative parts are being used for growing new plants like stems, roots, leaves. Okay. And for every plant, their vegetative parts are not reproductively active. We cannot say that every plant stem will grow if you bury it into the soil, it will gives you new plants. Every plant is not here. If you bury its leaves, you will get the new plants. Okay. So only some plants, vegetative parts are capable of reproducing new plants. Okay. And they are buried under soils. For example, if you bury the sugarcane's stem, then a new plants will be grown. Potato, if you have buried the potato that is going to have a new plants of potato can be grown from it. But not every stems. Like if you bury the stem of coconut, you will not get the new plant. Okay. So the stem of every plant, stems of like you have bryophyllum leaves. If you bury the leaves into the soil, you can get a new plants. It is the characteristics of bryophyllum that it has notches, and when it buried under the soil, it provides adventitious roots and which is capable of reproducing new plants or giving new plants. But if you start burying the leaves of papaya or some other plant, it will not give you the new plant because they don't have the notches and they are not reproductively active. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So next is name the different part of the flowers that have germ cells.
Stamen and pistil.
Who give the answer? Shweta. Stamen and
Pistil.
pistil.
Carpel.
Okay, name the
Carpel.
different part. Okay, yeah, you can say carpel or pistil. But if we specifically ask, the stamen is the whole part,
The anther of the stamen.
anther of the stamen and the
Ovary.
Ovary of the
carpel. Okay. Okay. List any two agents of pollination. Shweb, you need to answer. List any two agents of pollination.
Yes, sir.
C part. Question number 12, C part. List any two agents of pollination.
List any two agents of pollination. Stigma and wait.
Yes, you, Saima.
Animals and wind.
Animals. It can be animal fur. It can be wind. It can be water. It can be insects. Okay. So there can be different pollinating agents that is being used to transfer. Agents means that is being used to transfer that are acting as a medium for the transformation of pollen grain from anther to stigma. Okay, got it? Okay, next is question. Question number 13. Yes, who will answer this question? Question number 13. Yes, Shweta. What happens to the pollen grain if it falls on the suitable stigma?
Pollen grains, when none of the stigma germinates, it goes inside the tube of the carpel.
First of all, you need to explain the role of a stigma. What is the role of a stigma? Tejasvi, can you explain? What is the role of a stigma when the pollen grain fall on it? Yes, you, Sama.
Stigma is a sticky substance which helps to
Yes, you, Sama.
The stigma collects the pollen grain and passes the pollen grains through the pollen tube. And when it reaches the ovary, the germination takes place.
What is germination? Germination is transformation. Germinate something. Germination means when a stigma pollen grain fall on the stigma, it start germinating over there. So yes, Abir, can you answer the question? What is the role of stigma when a suitable pollen can fall on it?
Sir, the when the pollen grain falls on the stigma, the pollen will pierce the stigma to develop the pollen tube, and the gametes, the pollen enters the style through the pollen tube and is able to fertilize once it reaches the ovary.
Okay.
Ovary.
Okay. Yeah. Stigma serve to check whether the pollen grain is of same species or not, whether it is defective or not. If it is not defective, if it is not if it is of the same species, then it is allow it to germinate further. Now, when it start germinating, then one pollen grain give rise to how many gametes? Tejasvi, one pollen grain give rise to how many male gametes?
2.
Two male gametes. Okay, so the one male gamete fuses with the
I think
one male gamete fuses with the yes, Saima. One male gamete fuses with the
Female gamete.
and what is the name of that female gamete? Yes, Shoaib. One male gamete fuses with the Shoaib.
Yes, sir.
One male gamete fuses with the Tejasvi, you know? Yes, Abir. One male gamete fuses with the
Fuses with the germ cell
and give rise to
and gives rise to zygote.
okay, other male gamete fuses with
The two nucleus at the center
what
to
we called it.
form endo.
Yeah, what we called it polar nuclei. Very good.
Uh, yeah, to give rise to endosperm.
Okay, and this is called
Triple fusion, and when it fuses with the germ cell, it is called syngamy, and together it is known as double fertilization.
very good, very good. Together it is known as double fertilization. So when one male gamete fuses with the egg cell, it gives rise to zygote, and it is called syngamy. Other one is when one male gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei, then it gives rise to endosperm. This is called triple fusion that we have written in your copy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, question number 14. Yes, Shweta, you need to answer. How does variation lead to survival of a species over time?
variation improves the survival rate of species uh, based on the environmental conditions. Uh, variations are found due to evolution, environmental changes, and the evolution.
Come closer to your mic.
Yes, sir. Uh, variation improves the survival rate of species uh, as it helps to develop an individual organism
And how does?
on different conditions like different copying of DNA, variation in DNA.
Yeah, copying variation of DNA. Okay, explain with the help of an example. Give an example.
Variation in
Yes, Simon. Explain it with the help of example. How does variation lead to survival of a species over time?
So, like in human beings, if all of us are the same, then uh, be eventually we all be endangered. There'll be no human beings. But if there is variation, then different human beings can survive different conditions, and there will be
How?
survival of
How? If
species.
for example, how? Yes, you Shoaib. How does?
Um, for example, like if like us human beings, we have adapted to the gravity of the earth, because if it doesn't exist, then our body shape would be like different and stuff. So like
So if we reach on the moon,
variation helps us like adapt to the surroundings.
okay. So some variations do not allow us to adapt according to the surrounding. Only those variations that are according to the nature that help us to survive. Yes, Tejasvi, your answer. Tejasvi, I can't expect you like this. I was expecting you are very honar student. You are not showing me any answer. Hmm?
So I will be ready for the next test. So I wasn't ready for this test. I didn't knew about this test happening.
Okay, the next class we'll have. Okay, yes, Abhi, can you explain it with example?
For example, if a bacteria can only survive, or if the niche of a bacteria is certain temperature of a water or temperate waters, if the temperature of the water increases or decreases, then most of the population of the bacteria will not survive or die. But the bacteria which has variation and is resilient to change in temperature of water can survive and will develop and can continue on the population of the species of the bacteria.
Yes, it is correct. Bacteria examples, you can use bacteria example, you can use example of beetles. Beetles, for examples, you can simply say that how does variation lead to survival of a species? So whenever an organism is going to reproduce, there is a variations occurs because of the DNA copying. And for example, and this variations help us to survive, help us, or we can say that it gives us survival advantage because you can explain with the example of beetles. For example, they are red beetles. Okay, due to variations, if some of them become green in color, then they will get the camouflage advantage. Okay, which can hide themselves from predators. Got it? So the red beetles, due to some variations in DNA, if their red beetles get converted into green beetles, then that green color will give them the camouflage advantage, and which will help them to survive from their predators. So the variations help us to, okay, to survive. It gives us survival advantage. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you understood, Tejasvi? Shape, Saima, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question next question. Why leaves of bryophyllums fall on the ground produce new plants, whereas the leaves of jasmine do not? Why? Yes, Simon need to answer this question. Leaves of bryophyllum fallen on the ground produce new plants, whereas the leaves of jasmine do not.
Because leaves of paraphyllum are capable of undergoing vegetative propagation and they produce new plants, whereas jasmine plant are not capable of.
Yeah, you can say that. Yes, you are right. That they are not capable of reproducing, and they are vegetative. Not every plant's vegetative parts is reproductively active because just bryophyllum leaves have notches, which when buried under the soil, it gives rise to adventitious roots, while the leaves of jasmine do not have notches, and when it buried into the soil, it does not give any roots, give rise to any roots. So we can simply say that jasmine leaves is not reproductively active, vegetatively active. Okay. Okay. In which, yes, Shweta, in which name the two types of organism? Hey, Shweta, where have gone? Shweta, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You have turned off your camera. So give me two examples, Shweta. Uh, that for the organism that reproduce by spore formation. Spore formation.
Bacteria and fungi.
Bacteria and
Fungi.
Fungi. Yes, it is correct. Bacteria and fungi reproduce by spore formations. Yes. Uh, Shweb, what is vegetative? What is micropropagation? Shweb, what is micropropagation?
Micro. Don't know, sir.
Just you, Tejasvi. What is micropropagation? No, no. Saima, you know what is micropropagation? Don't know. Yes, you, Abhi. What is micropropagation?
Sir, micropropagation is when the growing cells of a growing plant is taken and put in a medium where it can grow. So it is tissue culture, right?
Yeah.
Micropropagation,
Yes, micropropagation is tissue culture.
where it can grow and then it is taken in a medium with and growth hormones are added so that the plant cells can grow to form callus or a group of cells, and then it is buried in the soil to give rise to new plants.
To give rise to new plants. Okay. Yes, you, Shweta. Shweta, are you there, Shweta?
Yes, sir.
What is tissue
So,
culture?
tissue culture is vegetative propagation is an artificial process of vegetative propagation.
Yes, please first turn on your camera. Yes, it is an artificial method of vegetative propagation. This we have studied. I think you have not maintained your note. Tejasvi, honestly tell me that have you prepared your notes properly? I will help you if you have not prepared. Do you have the proper notes of reproduction chapter, every topic?
Mm,
Or are they mixed up or not maintained? It's okay, but
some of
be
them are
honest.
mixed. Sir.
So I will send you the notes, okay? And every students, I will send you the notes as well as I will send you this assignment. In the next class, you have to do this assignment. Okay, you have to send me the assignment. Okay, note it down, prepare this question. We'll check it. And those students who have not prepared their notes, please prepare their notes, maintain them properly. Okay, because these are very, very important. I didn't expect that you don't, it thinks that I have not teach you anything. It seems only Abir is going to answer. Sometimes Shweta and Saima can. But Shweb and Tejasvi are not going to answer any questions. Mostly. Abir is performing well. She is doing well. She is honest about her studies. I had checked her copies of test also and she is performing well. I hope she will be going to score very good marks in the final exams. So you too can score very good marks if you just be honest about for your studies. Just be honest, okay? And tell everything to your teacher that if you have not prepared the notes, if you are having any doubts in your class, is any topic, so we can explain you one more time. But be honest. At least tell the teacher first, okay? So, what is vegetative propagation? Abir has told, correct, that vegetative propagation is tissue culture, and it is tissue culture technique in which we generally extract a tissue or a group of cell from a plant and grow it in a nutrient rich medium. Nutrient rich medium, okay, with along with some growth promoting hormone like cytokinin, auxin, okay, which help in cell division, which promote cell division. So when we add some nutrients to that tissue, we add growth promoting hormone, then after some time this cell that we have taken extract out from there, it become a big mass of cell, and we called it callus. And when this callus can be copied several times, means one callus can be copied to thousands times. And each callus, when buried under the soil, it has the capability to give rise to new plants. So from a single tissue, from a single part of a plant, we can have a thousands of copies of it. So this is called tissue culture technique. What we do in the tissue culture, we just extract a tissue or a cell or a group of cell from a plant, main plant that we need to copy, we need to reproduce, and we just grow that tissue in a nutrient rich medium along with growth promoting hormones like cytokinin, auxin. And when we just provide them nutrient, we just provide them growth promoting hormone, then it become a big mass of cell. This tissue, this cell that we have taken, it keep on growing. It form a big mass of cells, and when we buried that one into the soil, then it has capability to give rise to new individuals or new plants. Okay. So next question for you is, okay, the next question is, um, self-pollination. When self-pollination is done, do we have the exact copy of the plant?
Yes.
Yes, almost. Because a single parent is involved, whether it is using the sexual method of reproduction, but in self-pollination, we are just going to have almost the same copy of the plants. Okay, got it? But if the plants means there can be that we're going to discuss this one in the heredity and evolution chapter, that sometimes we can have the different, even if the self pollination is being done, we can have the different kinds of plants. Okay, so the important part of this chapter we have discussed, that is the spore formation. We have discussed DNA copying. Okay, what would happen if DNA copying is not done perfectly? Question number 3. Yes, Abir. What would happen if DNA copying is not done perfectly?
uh, Leads to variation,
Yes. If DNA copying, if there is a major or drastic change in the DNA, then it will result in mutation or big
mutation.
mutation. Okay. And the cell apparatus or the cell apparatus may reject the copied DNA. Cell apparatus means cell organelles may reject the copied DNA and the cell will ultimately die. Either it can result in mutation, is drastic change, or it may result in the cell apparatus may reject the copied DNA and it may, what it may? It may die. Okay, so everyone is requested to prepare for the test, for the next test, and same types test I will take it today. I'm going to leave you. Okay, just thinking that you have not prepared well, so I'm not going to give these marks to your parents, but in the next class I'm going to give you the next. Okay, so you are requested to please prepare each and everything properly. We'll send you notes, and Abhi, very good, proud of you. You just prepare honestly, keep doing it. And you, Tejasvi and Shwe, please prepare your notes, and just I'm going to give the assignment to you, the same question, this assignment you will receive, and you're going to practice these questions in your copy and send it to me. And moreover, prepare, I'm sending you the notes of every chapters since the life process to the last hereditary evolution. We are just sending you, just prepare those notes if you are having any doubts. Okay, okay, learn it from there. These are very important, these are your class notes only. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll meet you in the next class. I hope you enjoyed the class. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
okay. Hello Zainab, how are you? Is I'm audible?